The best answer in law is not the most fluent one, it's the most relevant one. Hi everyone, I'm Shivangi Agrawal, your law mentor here to quickly tell you some very important points with proof to guide you for writing the answers, whether it's CMA final or CMA inter law. This can actually change your result. Number one, limit your writing. Limit your writing. Yes, don't write 3 lines, 4 lines unnecessarily. It's only going to waste time and not reward you with any extra marks. Just see this last attempt's answer of two different students scoring same marks. It will prove that there is no need for unnecessary elaboration. Let me just show you quickly. It's point 2, step 2. Yes, any private or public company may be converted into NPO by duly complying with the conversion procedure. 1 point or 1 mark given. Yes, any private company or public company can be converted into NPO subject to the condition. Therefore, as per Section 8 of the Companies Act, United Social Service Limited can be converted into NPO subject to the conditions. Not needed. Again, only 1 mark is given. This is only going to waste your time. These small points should be taken care of so that overall you don't end up losing your time. Second point, for CMA final law, what I've seen is the biggest mistake students make in writing is that they write what they know instead of answering what is asked. So do not dump provisions. Understand the requirement of the question, even how you can improve this, even when you're reviewing questions right now in your preparation. Check whether you know the answer or you don't know the answer by covering it, and also check whether your answer matches the requirement of the question or not. Many students fail to realize what should be written even when they know the answer. If it is a case-based question, conclusion, my dear, is very, very important. The examiner should not have to search for your answer. State the conclusion very clearly. If you feel that, okay, I have written some long paragraph or something, or maybe the conclusion will not be clearly visible, then underline it. Otherwise, underlining is not required. Completing the paper is more important. Fine. I'll show you the two ideal answers maybe when we talk about the case-based answers. These are the two types of case studies which may be asked. Case study number 1, which has a case study, and then there are questions. What you have to do is you do not have to unnecessarily write it. Just understand what is the requirement of the question and write it following by the conclusion. Yes, IP is necessary. Once this commences, the main person who is authorized to conduct that's sufficient. Okay, what is CIRP? CIRP is this. Maybe 1 line you can elaborate and you can write, but no need for that unnecessary elaboration. We have next type of case studies. This is from the interbook that I picked. Okay, the case study where 1 or 2 points are asked. Maybe this is just this much, right, without any pointers, or maybe there are 2 points having a common underlying provision. तो अगर एक ही provision के basis पे 1 point पूछा है या 2 point पूछा है, so what you'll do is you will write the entire provision and thereafter you will conclude. If there are no pointers, you will just leave 1 line and then you will conclude. Okay, if there are pointers, you will write the points very clearly and you will conclude. Cannot authorize his friend. This is what you can underline clearly so that examiner knows that you have concluded the answer and they can give you step marks, because step marks are for the conclusion. So do not skip that. Okay, point number 3. Now for a perfect score, crisp and full answers are needed. Ma'am, 1 point you have just said that don't write unnecessary, and secondly you're saying the full answers are needed. Well, let me tell you, if it is a direct question, maybe it is a 7 mark direct question, then you have to write all the points. Like if I talk about rights of shareholders, right, you should try to write as many points as you know and not refrain your answer to writing just 7 points. Maybe there are 14, 15 points that you know in an answer, then write them all. Maybe cut them short, but write all the points. Likewise, for CMA final, if the question is about obligations of acquirer and target company, then you have to write all the points. My dear, you cannot cut 1 or 2 points that, okay, it's only a 7 mark question and every point should have 1 mark. No. So for certain questions, for a perfect score, crisp and full answers are needed. Okay. Next, do not write in plain language all the time. Writing the same line with keywords is going to give you two times more marks compared in the overall paper. Okay. I have explained this very clearly previously also. I will just tell you, a company change its name by SR. A company may voluntarily change its name by passing SR and obtaining CG's approval. So there are certain things which actually help you double the marks because all the keywords are included, right? So instead of writing plain language, try to write as many keywords as you can and as much legal language as you can. Point number 5, knowledge beats vocabulary every single time. So do not worry about the fancy words or English grammar. It takes backseat in the professional papers. The only thing that is needed is that the intended meaning should not change. So the examiner is going to reward what you know and not how sophisticated you sound. So forget about that. बहुत fancy आप words या framing sentences इसके चक्कर में बिल्कुल भी मत लगो. And lastly, I'll tell you some very quick pointers which you all know. Use short paragraphs or points. Always focus on provision and conclusion and not on what is given. You may analyze in one simple line and then you may conclude. Leave proper spacing, write proper question number and try to complete all parts of the question together. Number your points or use bullets. Agar question में there is a question and then there are four sub questions which are asked, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. In your answers, when you have to write about more points, don't use 1, 2, 3, 4. Use the bullets. Fine. Underline where you feel that conclusion or something very important may not be visible properly. Write section numbers only when you're very sure of. Please do not do any kind of overwriting. If you have written something incorrect, strike it off and write again. Maintain speed right from the start so that you don't struggle to complete the paper. These are very small points, but they have to be kept in mind. Fill the OMR carefully, reading properly all the options. Sometimes the other option might confuse you. So do not answer unless you have read all the 4 options. Okay. For descriptive answers, choose the answers wisely. These are the questions I'm going to attempt. Have clarity before you start the paper. Likewise, think what to write before actually writing. When you're starting one question, then you should know what am I going to write in this question. So this will give you the direction and you will end up writing a better answer. If you just randomly start to write, you may be lost and the answer might look unstructured, which is very important. So structure it, incorporate legal language and then write it. हर सेक्शन किसी को याद नहीं होगा, हर आंसर किसी का परफेक्ट नहीं होगा, पर अगर मेहनत और हौसले का साथ नहीं छोड़ा तो रिजल्ट जरूर आपके हक में होगा. थैंक यू एवरीवन. विश यू ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट. कीप स्टडीइंग.